Missed an episode of your favorite podcast? Choose from over a decade of content in our archives, not just the latest episode. All free at gcnlive.com.
This is your call to action. Get prepared, America. Economy, survival, energy, disasters. This is USAPrepares.com. Informative radio, educational radio. Interact now by emailing instructor@USAPrepares.com or text at 434-390-7953. Class, please take your seats. Now, your instructor, Vincent Finelli.
Watch the greenbacks tumble.
Everyone all set, cocked, locked, blissed. Here we go. Your dial set correctly to USAPrepares.com. We're delighted you're here. And if you'd like to call us, we'll pay for the call, 866-582-9933, 866-582-9933. Lance is engineering the broadcast in Minnesota, and Dr. Norman Shealy is with us. Welcome, Dr. Shealy.
Good morning, Vince. How y'all?
Dr. Shealy, I am doing really well. I did something that I am just so excited about. I don't have a cell phone anymore.
Congratulations. Join the world.
Well, you know, it's something that we feel that we need to have. A lot of us feel, geez, if we have an emergency, what are we going to do? And so I've been talking to Mrs. Finelli about this for months. And so yesterday I took care of the cell phone. So if anyone calls our cell phone number, you will get a message that says this number has been disconnected or is not in service. And that's the message you'll get. So I just want to let everybody know that the cell phone number that they're used to calling, if they called it, doesn't answer anymore. And I'm so delighted about that. Dr. Shealy, I'm hearing more and more and more reports of cancers, breast cancers, hip cancer, brain cancer, and we've got to be nuts to use these cell phones.
Well, it is interesting, of course, and I haven't gotten rid of my old-fashioned little flip phone. I don't have a dumb phone, but and I don't use it except very rarely. I mean, I probably don't use more than a couple of minutes a month, if that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is nice in emergency situations, just get a flat tire out on the road and stuff like that. It is worth having for that reason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you travel, and so you're in airports, and people are expecting you to be at certain places. So I would think that it'd be more important for you to have it, as you're going on these speaking engagements and doing events and things like that. When things go wrong, you can let someone know that, here's the situation. In my case, I want to stay home more. I don't want to travel as much. I really enjoy being on the farm. And I'll tell you, I was at the meetup on Monday, and on the way to the meetup, I was talking to my wife about, I just don't like traveling anymore. I really don't, with all the hazards, with all the, we're behind a guy on the highway, and he had his ladder in his pickup truck, and that ladder could fly out. And then there are other people who have these flat beds on the back of their pickup trucks, and they, instead of a box bed, they have just a flat surface, and they just put stuff there, and they expect it to stay there as they travel down the highway. And then you have pipes and all kinds of things in the back of these trucks, and they could just fly out and hit the car in front of you, or the car in front of you, and I mean several cars in front of you, and there could be a chain reaction. And with these aircraft cables that they have running parallel in the center of the highway, is no place for you to go. I mean, it's just, I just don't want to be involved in as much of that. It sure is nice to go to the store every once in a while and get the things you need, but man, oh man, the distraction of the drivers by cell phones. They feel they have to talk on the cell phone while they're driving. They're talking on cell phones when they're pushing their shopping carts, not paying attention to what's around them. I just don't want to be involved in that.
I'm with you. Now, interestingly, by the way, Vince, I have spent a lot of hours looking at diatomaceous earth since last week.
Yeah.
And it is remarkable.
Mm-hmm.
Silica, silica is either the second or thirdest most prevalent mineral or, stuff in the human body. And it is important in normalizing stomach acid, healing colitis, diarrhea, bladder infections. Perhaps most important of all, it is crucial for your hair, your skin, and your bones. But other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, And so,
and it's almost free. I mean, it's so inexpensive.
You can buy 10 pounds for $10.
Yeah. Yeah. The problem is shipping. It's the shipping of it. That's the problem. But we're working on that. So we've got a study coming up next Monday, and I discussed this study with the meetup group on Monday. I told them what was going to happen. I said, we'll have enough diatomaceous earth, 2.5 pound canisters, food grade, for about 10 people to participate in this study. And it looks like we have 10 people. And I'm really excited about it because, and then there's, me and my wife and my mom, so maybe 13 of us. So if that's okay with you, I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to write a newsletter or two about it.
Now, Dr. Shealy, are you going to be participating in this as well?
Well, I've already started.
Okay. Well, there's 14 of us then. Okay. Well, have you initially, can you tell us, can you reveal any of your findings initially?
Well, I can say unequivocally, it stabilizes the intestinal tract better than anything I know. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying about that. Mm-hmm. But, I'm sorry?
Why don't you can you tell us what you mean?
Well, yeah. In August, I was diagnosed with something called microscopic colitis, which is sometimes the effect of previous antibiotics, not uncommon, in fact. And it irritates the gut, and it never settles down well for years after that. And although I had helped it with a lot of things, since I started diatomaceous, I just happened to have some food-grade diatomaceous earth, which I had never taken, but it was sitting here for years. And so I started taking just a half teaspoon a day. Mm-hmm. And I would say it stabilized it more than anything I've ever had. I mean, It really is remarkable. And, gut problems are extremely common of all kinds.
Well, they have to be based on what we put in our gut, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not what we put in our gut even. It's what in our environment, the toxins. And the interesting thing, by the way, one study, and to me one of the most important is, it came from Austria. It lowers cholesterol. Mm-hmm. I mean, significantly. It is safer and better than any drug ever, because there's no drug that's safe anyway. But, well, it's true. I mean, have you ever seen a drug that doesn't have this side effects?
No, there's pages of them.
And that means it's not totally safe. You pay a price, and sometimes it helps, but a good deal of the time it doesn't. But the important thing is, it seems that diatomaceous is the best source overall of silica. The only other one that comes close to it is something called horsetail grass. And you can make tea out of horsetail grass, and that also has a lot of silica in it. And I was aware of that, but I hadn't paid attention to all of its other benefits. And so But probably the most important effect of all is the strength of your bones and your cartilage.
And isn't that something that the pharmaca mafia has been touting as? Well, they've got a drug for that, but the problem is it makes your bones more brittle after you've taken.
That's right.
taken it.
Yeah, Fosamax rots your jawbone, among other things, and increases your risk of hip fracture. But other than that,
So we're talking about something that is very inexpensive, something that can help a lot of people, and can also be used as a detoxifying agent, as I understand it.
Yes, it appears that it helps to chelate or draw out of the body toxic minerals.
Well, I'll tell you what happened to me. I took 1/2 teaspoon weeks ago at night. Just took it and with some water, a few ounces of water, and stirred it and drank it, and then swallowed it, and then I used ProPure water, and then I got some more ProPure water and chased it down twice, and it leaves a little bit of a gritty taste in your mouth. So next morning I was wide awake. I mean, I had more energy, and it actually was a problem because I wanted to get so many things done so quickly. It was, I was almost hyper, but without the jitters, without the caffeine stimulus effects. I had the energy of being overdosed on caffeine, something like that, but without any of the side effects of caffeine, if you will. Or complications. That's what I felt like. I was more alert. Everything was running, at optimal speed. The way it used to be when maybe I was 20. That's kind of what it was.
Well, that may be the detoxifying effect, Vince.
Okay.
Let's assume that despite the fact you've got better health habits than the vast majority of people, that there's something toxic and the diatomaceous earth absorbed that so that it left you not being, normal, or it brought you back to normal.
Yeah. Well, I'm sitting here in the studio. I'm almost at attention. I've got lots of energy, and I took diatomaceous earth last night again. We'll be right back. Dr. Norman Shealy is with us, medical doctor, surgeon of the year, normshealy.com. By now, you know that usaprepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAprepares.com offers ProPure water filtration system and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAprepares.com. That's USAPREPARES.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAprepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
Hi, John Hubner from Midas Resources. Are you tired of watching your hard-earned assets dwindle away? As government spending is out of hand and the Federal Reserve is creating in excess of $20 billion a week, are you tired of stockbrokers gambling away your hard-earned money? Is this market a setup for a crash greater than 1987? Too many of today's policies resemble those that led to the collapse of 1929. This is John Hubner, and that was me in 2007. And we all know what happened when the subprime credit bubble burst. By March 2009, the dollar lost 50% of its value. The entire U.S. banking system was on the verge of collapsing. Like all financial problems of the past, is history about to repeat itself? Call me, John Hubner, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 129, before it's too late to protect yourself. Will the oncoming catastrophe take all private IRAs, 401ks with it? There is a way to protect your hard-earned assets. Call me, John Hubner, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 129.
We live in a complicated society. Stressful issues are always popping up. Have you ever been treated unfairly by someone? Have you ever been overcharged for a repair? Have you ever signed a contract or a document? Worried about identity theft? How many times have you been in those unique situations where you just wanted to call an attorney to find out if you're right or wrong, or what your legal rights are? But every time you think about calling an attorney, what do you think about first? That's right. Who do you call, and how much will it cost? Our friends at Legal Shield have found a solution. With a nationwide network of 6,900 attorneys who average 19 years of experience, Legal Shield's law firms take over 40,000 calls per week helping their members. For less than $20 per month, you can have access to Legal Shield on everything from the trivial to the traumatic. Let Legal Shield stand up for your rights at lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com. Or call 855-340-SAVE, 855-340-7283.
Results will vary from case to case.
You pick up the receiver. With your heart racing and sweat dripping from your forehead, you finally muster the courage to dial the number to call into your favorite talk radio show. It rings once, twice, and then...
Hello, it's GCN. What's your name and the state you're calling from?
Surprised you got through, you squeak out.
Jason from Minnesota.
Please hold.
As you patiently wait for your turn, you begin to daydream about being a famous talk radio host and what it would be like to have your own show.
Jason from Minnesota, you're up.
Millions of loyal listeners worldwide waiting to call and talk to you.
Caller, are you there?
Cheering crowds surround you, calling out your name.
Going once, twice. Okay, we gotta move on to the next caller.
You blew it.
Huh? Wait, no!
Interact with the host you're listening to right now, online at gcnlive.com. Click on the community link. Engage with other listeners. Ask questions. Start debates. Don't agree with the host? Let them know. Be a part of the community at gcnlive.com.
Dr. Shealy's with us, and we're talking about diatomaceous earth. So I've been taking a half a teaspoon with a couple ounces of ProPure water, stir it up, and it's kind of gritty, but down it goes, and I've got lots more energy, and I'm really excited about it. So I've been talking to Dr. Shealy about it, and we're going to be doing a study, a medical study, starting Monday, and we'll provide the diatomaceous earth, and the brand that we're using is from earthworkshealth.com, earthworkshealth.com. So if you want to get it, you can get it the same place we do, earthworkshealth.com, and as soon as I get the website running, it's my fault. I haven't had a chance to do it, but as soon as I do, I'll have the e-commerce component up for ProPure water filtration systems and Earthworks Health DE. You'll be able to buy it from us at a great price. So anyway, it's working. And Dr. Shealy, one of the things that I wanted to ask you about was, the detoxification process. Now, you had mentioned to us, many months ago, that you had a blood test and they found high levels of aluminum and barium in your blood, right? Am I remembering that correctly?
Lead and barium were the two highest.
Okay, lead and barium. Okay,
right.
Did you have aluminum as well?
No, it actually was low.
Okay, all right. So my question is, do you think that some of that could be from the water supply up your way? Because aren't you relatively...
I had an extremely thorough review, analysis of our water supply, and it did not have any of the toxins in it.
Wow. So now the question is, where did it come from, right?
Well, it's everywhere. Guess what is loaded with barium? Diesel fuel.
Oh, man.
It spews all over the earth. There's some in gas.
So, yeah, if you're on the highway and you're behind, you don't even have to be behind, the truck in front of you. You could be miles back and still be breathing those fumes from the diesel engines.
Absolutely.
And of course,
it gets in
on the farm. Yeah, and on the farm, we've got diesel tractors. As a matter of fact, Dr. Shealy, one of the things I want to share with our class today is that I've cut the tips off the exhaust stacks on some of our tractors. And here's why. We have these tractors that have these exhaust pipes that go straight up, and then they curve. And they curve a little bit so that when rain lands on the exhaust pipe, the rainwater doesn't go down and ruin the engine. So the curve is to protect the engine from getting too much moisture down from rain. Well, some tractors have these flip caps that you just start the tractor up, and the pressure of the exhaust flips this cap open, and the exhaust tends to go straight up. However, because of the turbulence that this cap causes, it doesn't all go straight up, and some of it goes in your face, and so you're breathing it. And then, so what I've done is I've cut off the end of the exhaust pipe, and then I've extended them. I went to the auto repair shop down the road from us in Hartville, and he's got a lot of exhaust pipe, and I asked him to flare out the end of a section a couple of feet long so that it would fit over the existing exhaust pipe that I cut the end off on the tractor, and we just welded it on. So now we have an exhaust pipe that's taller, and so less of that smoke goes into our face. And what did it cost? About $5. So I suggest that, if you have a tractor and you're doing what we're doing, and you're going around in circles on the fields and maintaining your farm and farming, you might want to extend the exhaust pipe. Now the problem with that is it's a little taller to run into tree limbs and so forth. But overall, I think it's well worth doing. So for $5, you keep more of that exhaust out of your face. Dr. Shealy, your thoughts?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm beginning to think you need to wear a gas mask everywhere you go on the face of the earth today.
Yeah, it's a real problem. So you think that the diatomaceous earth was detoxifying my body, and that's why I'm feeling more energy? You think that's it?
I would guess that's the best reason yet.
Okay. So that's diatomaceous earth, and there's a post on the website, and I'll just bring it up to the top during this commercial break. We'll be right back. Dr. Norm Shealy, normshealy.com. And when we come back, I'd like to talk about nursing homes, LED lighting, Wi-Fi, and an electric toothbrush with the electromagnetic radiation. By now, you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
Did you know that drinking pure, high-alkaline water is one of the most important factors in maintaining high energy and vibrant health? Most experts agree that the water you drink should be at a pH level of 8 or higher. AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops, available only at alkavision.com, combine a unique formula of only the most alkaline minerals. AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops alkalize your water, ridding the body of harmful toxins, and helps you regain health and energy. Alkalizing your water by simply adding 10 drops of AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops helps the body rid itself of acidic waste, increases oxygen content, and raises the pH of your body to healthy levels. And bacteria and viruses cannot survive in an alkaline high pH environment. Order your bottle of AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops for only $29.95 at alkavision.com. That's ALKAvision.com. Or call 269-409-1776. 269-409-1776. Alkalize your body. Supercharge your health at alkavision.com today.
We all know that Berkey Water Purification Systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 6 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey Water Filtration Systems. The Berkey Light Systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light Systems system today, complete with 2 Black Berkey elements for only $231, and the Berkey Guy will ship your order free of charge. With the purchase of a Berkey Light, the Berkey Guy is also offering a set of fluoride and arsenic filters for only $39.99. That's over 30% off the retail price. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at goberkey.com. That's goberkey.com today.
I have bought a few bottles of Heart and Body Extract and have to say that it certainly does work.
That's what Jack from Michigan had to say after his experience with heart pain and what he did to treat it with Heart and Body Extract.
I actually had a huge heart flutter. I was also having some edema around my ankles and very worrisome clot in my right leg that would happen from time to time while I was trying to sleep.
Heart and Body Extract is all natural with no negative side effects. It will help repair or correct past problems associated with the heart and body circulation.
After my second bottle of Heart and Body Extract, all problems are now gone.
Order at hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305.
I ordered a third bottle of Heart and Body Extract for maintenance as I want to keep everything working.
Order Heart and Body Extract at 866-295-5305 or hbextract.com. Heart and Body Extract for a long and healthy life.
If the IRS has garnished your paycheck or seized money from your bank account, you need to get professional tax help now. Fast action is required to put a halt to these aggressive IRS collection tactics. You can count on the knowledgeable team of tax professionals at Wall & Associates. With over 30 years of experience, Wall & Associates has settled the tax problems of thousands of taxpayers for a small fraction of what they owed. For a free face-to-face consultation, call 1-800-425-4610 to put a wall between you and the IRS. 1-800-425-4610 or look for us on the web at wallandassociates.net. We solve tax problems. If you hire Wall & Associates today, you'll never have to talk to the IRS again. To stop the levies and seizures today, take action now. Call Wall & Associates at 1-800-425-4610. Wall & Associates. 1-800-425-4610. Based on actual cases, results may vary, not a solicitation for legal service.
Dr. Shealy, we have a friend who stopped over at the house yesterday, and he said, would you ask Norm Shealy a question for us? I said, sure. He said, well, he has a rototiller and a weed whacker, and he's an avid gardener, and he's always probably about 70-something. And so when he said that when he is done using this weed whacker or this rototiller that he has, and they vibrate, the handles vibrate. After he's done with that and he stops using it, his body shakes. His hands have shaking in him, and it doesn't stop for probably half an hour. It just continues to shake. And it looks like there's a relationship between the vibration, this rapid vibration of the engine on the rototiller or the engine on his, gas-powered weed whacker, and the vibration or the shaking in his hands. Have you heard of anything like that?
I have not. However, it certainly suggests to me some nutrient deficiency. In other words, his nervous system doesn't have enough of something like B12 or folic acid, and so it, shaking his body with the machine depletes him quickly. That's just my first impression. I would strongly recommend you get a vitamin B12 blood level.
Okay, vitamin B12 blood level. All right, and then if he is indeed deficient, what would be the remedy? What would be
B12. Methyl B12, 1,000 micrograms, little sublingual tablets.
Okay, now if he were just to take that, would there be any reason why I shouldn't just try that?
No.
Or is it important?
Perfectly safe.
Okay. All right. So is there anything else that he should do in addition to having his B12 blood level tested?
Well, obviously at the top of my list also would be the possibility of looking, just a careful neurologic exam. If he's local, have him come Monday night and I'll take a quick look at him.
Oh, that's easy to do.
Yeah. I could just have him hold his hands out and in about 2 minutes tell you whether he's got a fragile nervous system.
Okay. Well, he's a really good guy. You've met him at a bunch of our expos. It's just, it'd be a little difficult to explain exactly who he is. But, all right, I'll see if I can get him to come to the meetup with us on Monday. That's great. And maybe we'll just have him participate in the DE study as well. You might want to do that.
Sounds good.
Okay. Dr. Shealy, we have one of our students in a nursing home. And he was involved in a very, very serious accident. He actually ran into the back of a dump truck and really, really banged him up very, very badly. And
he was in a car running into.
Yeah, he was in an SUV. He was in like a Suburban.
Right. Okay.
And this is one of those dump trucks that hauls maybe 18 tons of gravel, right, that kind of thing. Just for some reason, he ran into the back of it, and he was really banged up. Spent a lot of time in intensive care, and he's in a place called Neighborhoods at Quail Creek. His name is Ron Stillwell. So if any of you would like to call him and say hello to him and wish him well, I'll give you that phone number: 417-319-4035. 417-319-4035. His name is Ron Stillwell. He's one of our students, and another one of our students, Garland, has been visiting him and seeing how he's doing, and he sure could use some friendship and some and just chat with him if you'd like to give him a call. And so my question relating to nursing homes is, how important is it to receive visitors and to be in a normal type relationship with other, friends and family in terms of getting well? How important is it to be loved, if you will?
Even a visit from a dog, and I don't mean that. Dogs are wonderful healing companions, and there's good evidence that nursing homes where they have a dog companion, the people do better.
Mm-hmm. So to support our friend Ron, if we can go visit, it would be good for Ron, and that's what I've seen in nursing homes too. When a family member is put in a nursing home and then the family doesn't visit them, they don't last very long. Meaning the person in the nursing home seems to die very quickly. And is that your experience as well?
Yes. It's sort of a pre-mortuary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so if you'd like to go call Ron Stillwell, he'd love to have a call from you, 417-319-4035, and just ask for Ron Stillwell, USA Prepares student. I have these in the studio with me or above me right now, about 8 feet above the studio desk are fluorescent lights. And I know your opinion is the same as mine on fluorescent lights. And fortunately, there are 4 of them, and the ballast on a few of them has failed. And there are these cheesy Chinese fluorescent light ballasts that just don't last worth the darn. They've only been here like several years, maybe 3 years, and they failed. Okay, so I've shut them off, and it's getting dimmer in here. But the lights, are almost at the top of the ceiling, which it's a very tall ceiling in the studio. So they're as far away from me as practically possible. But I want to, because they have failed, I looked at, all right, what's it cost to buy replacement ballasts for these lights? And the replacement ballasts are way more expensive. They're twice as expensive as the fixtures. So that's a really good thing, because I'm going to get rid of these fluorescent lights, and I'm going to replace them with LED lighting. And I've decided that my concern is so great about the electromagnetic radiation that's all around us that I want to get rid of fluorescent lighting everywhere I can in the house and replace it with LED lighting. But I wanted to get your opinion before I select a color, meaning warm white, cool white, so forth, for these lights. Dr. Shealy, would that be making a mistake, or do I have to go back to incandescent lights, which they don't make anymore?
Well, I loaded up on enough incandescent lights before they took them off the market, probably to last me for the next 20 or 30 years. But, yeah, I think the LED lights are a good idea. What I don't know is which ones would be best. You know, theoretically, if you could get some bright blue ones, that is supposed to be excellent for mood.
Okay. Well, you know, that's easy to do, because what I could do is I could use warm white. Well, the plan I'd like to use is to take LED lighting strips. They're 5 meters long, roughly 15 feet, and they have LEDs, like every inch or closer than that. And the strip is maybe 3/8 of an inch wide. It's like a flexible copper circuit board with LEDs on it. And it's in a strip, and it runs on 12 volts. So I can run this on DC. I don't have to have any AC power. There's no conversion. I'm just going to run it on DC. So I'm going to mount these LED strips to a board and have them facing down in the studio, so I'll get maximum light. Now I can buy blue LEDs and have a blue strip and, a couple warm white strips and a couple, cool white strips and so forth. I can mix the colors any way I'd like, because I'm going to be building this. So do you think I should add blue? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. If you can get it bright enough to function in it, it's supposed to be really good for overall mental, psychic health.
Okay. Well, I can do that. And I can also have a switch that will turn on just the blue or the white or any combination thereof. So I'm going to do that. And I'm looking forward to this because for several reasons. One, I want to get rid of the electromagnetic radiation from the ballast and the fluorescent tubes. And 2, it will use less electricity. And 3, it will be absolutely silent. There's no noise from these, none whatsoever. And fluorescent lights seem to have, 60 cycle vibration. So we'll get rid of all that, and I'll let you know how that works then. So that's the plan for the summer, to replace a lot of the lighting within the farmhouse with LED lighting strips. Okay, and and by the way, I'm concerned about the power meter too. The smart meter with the smart meter repeater that's on our farm. I want to get rid of that as well, and the only way I can do that, practically, is to switch to just solar power. Just get rid of the the utility. So that's what I'm looking forward to doing, and I'm going to experiment with just a few solar panels and a solar charge controller and a deep cycle battery just for lighting, to see how well that works. And if that works really well, then we'll just proceed and try to get rid of the electric utility completely. So that would be the plan. Have you considered dumping your utility power?
I have thought about it. I've thought about it for a long time. I just, my concern is, what do you do when it's cloudy for a week?
That would be a generator. That would be a generator or a wind turbine. And, it is complicated. I mean, it's just, you have to actually be concerned about your power consumption. You just, it's not just there for as much as you want to use, just keep turning on devices. It's not like that. You're going to have to figure out how much capacity you have and how much your consumption is, and make sure that you conserve for cloudy days, or run your generator to overcome the shortfall. So that's the plan for our place, and we have a generator hooked up. I just don't have the solar charge controller that I'd like to use for a large amount of electricity, and also I don't have the batteries, nor do I have the desired inverter, because I'd like to have 220 volts to run our well pump. So it's a little bit of engineering involved in making all this happen, and then I'd like to be able to broadcast, via the sun. I think that'd be a lot of fun too. Dr. Norman Shealy and I will be right back, and I want to tell you, Dr. Shealy, I took the tri-field meter and I put it next to the Philips Sonicare electric toothbrush. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what that's going to do.
You know that USAPreparedness.com is your source for water filtration systems.
Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPreparedness.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
For over 5 years, you've been hearing about the Berkey guy, so you may know a few things about him. For example, you are well aware of the superior quality and effectiveness of Berkey water filters and accessories. But did you know the Berkeys have had independent lab tests done to prove just how effective they are? It's true, and he can email you the test results. Just visit goberkey.com. You may also know that the Berkey guy has helped tens of thousands of people get better prepared. Now here's something you may not know. GoBerkey.com has amazing specials and deals all the time on a wide variety of survival and preparedness products, most ready to ship same day. Visit the Berkey guy at goberkey.com and be sure to click the red Products on Sale Now button. You can always call toll-free 877-886-3653. Again, that's 877-886-3653. GoBerkey.com, home of the Berkey guy.
Hello, it's Tom Chenault from The Tom Chenault Show. We are experts in home-based business and residual income. We show people how to make money from their home, either part-time or full-time, and in partnership with Genesis Communication Network, we've organized a team to fight back about people not having money, time, or health. And we need your help. What we want you to do is if you've got an interest in building an organization to fight back against people taking our money, taking our time, and taking our health, we want to talk to you. All you need to do is call this number, 855-308-8326. Again, all you want to do is call 855-308-8326. You can make a tremendous amount of money and end up fighting for a great cause. Please call us right now.
If you constantly feel run down and tired, your pH level might be low and your body could be full of toxins. If what you drink is not at a pH level of 8 or higher, you are inviting bacteria and acid to thrive in your body. But there is something you can do. Simply add 10 drops of AlkaVision Plasma pH drops to your water to help your body rid itself of acidic waste, increase oxygen, and raise your pH balance to optimum levels. AlkaVision Plasma pH drops combine a unique formula of the most alkaline minerals in the world, alkalizing the water you drink, ridding your body of acidic waste and toxins, and helping you regain energy and vibrant health. And studies show viruses, bacteria, and toxins cannot survive in an alkaline, high pH environment. Order your bottle of AlkaVision Plasma pH drops at alkavision.com. That's ALKA vision.com. Or call 269-409-1776. 269-409-1776. Alkalize your body. Supercharge your health at alkavision.com today.
If the IRS has garnished your paycheck or seized money from your bank account, you need to get professional tax help now. Fast action is required to put a halt to these aggressive IRS collection tactics. You can count on the knowledgeable team of tax professionals at Wall & Associates. With over 30 years of experience, Wall & Associates has settled the tax problems of thousands of taxpayers for a small fraction of what they owed. For a free face-to-face consultation, call 1-800-425-4610 to put a Wall wall between you and the IRS. 1-800-425-4610 or look for us on the web at wallandassociates.net. We solve tax problems. If you hire Walland Associates today, you'll never have to talk to the IRS again. To stop the levies and seizures today, take action now. Call Walland Associates at 1-800-425-4610. Wall and Associates, 1-800-425-4610. Based on actual cases, results may vary, not a solicitation for legal services.
Dr. Shealy is with us, and Dr. Shealy, Miles from Europe is joining us. Welcome, Miles.
Good morning, Vincent. Good morning, Dr. Shealy.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Thank you very much. I hope you're doing well as well.
Yes.
I'm calling you in because I just listened to you. I just turned you on and listened to your LED light issue there. And I wanted to point out a couple of things because we have a little experience over here with these LED lights. Number one is places we do eat or where we do read, we don't use either LED or the fluorescent lights because it is hard on the eyes and it makes you tired. That's what we experienced for ourselves. So we use still full spectrum light bulbs here, 70, 90, or 100 watts for reading and where we eat together, where we spend time together. Otherwise, we have everything on LED, even in the barns. And interestingly, in the barns, the calves do respond to LED light because of the flicker rate. It has a higher flicker rate than the fluorescent lights, so it attaches bucks. It attracts bucks more than fluorescent lights, and the calves are responding to that. They are not in a quiet mood though, especially at nighttime then.
So Miles, let me see if I've got this right. Are you saying that the calves and the cows do or do not respond well to LED?
Well, I can't tell you. I cannot tell you whether they not respond well to it. They are not as calm as they used to be with normal light. It's like they feel not calm enough, or it takes them longer to wind down. So that's why we use only on certain spaces in the barns the LED lights, and other than that, we have the 10 watts emergency lighting. I showed you once on the internet. That doesn't require very much tools to build, and we have them for emergency lighting.
Okay. What I've done is I've put in about maybe 50 keyless porcelain fixtures, and I can screw whatever kind of light with the standard base into that if I want in the barn, and I've got multiple switches, like maybe 4 banks of lights in there. But I did that so I can replace. I could use fluorescent, compact fluorescent. I could use incandescent. I could use LED, whatever I want to use in there, I could put in there. So that's why I did it that way. But I haven't done the experiments to see what is the best way to go for lighting. However, I am concerned about the number of watts. If I had 100 100-watt light bulbs, I mean, it's just way too much consumption for the barn. And if I go to solar power, it's not feasible. So I'd have to go toward LED lighting in the barn.
We did that as well, and it works out great. Even if we have a power failure and our batteries kick in or the generator kick in, it doesn't need so much amperage to start them up. So it's a very fluid process there. It's a great idea.
And Miles, what is your recommendation for lighting for like the studio where I am right now to replace the fluorescent? What do you have a preference? Would you be using incandescent? Or what would you be using?
What I'm using here in my office is for everything for indirect lighting. I use LEDs, but for direct lighting where I am reading, I have old style light bulbs. Right now you don't get them anymore. We only have the halogen ones, like 40, 75, and 100 watts. So I use them for my reading space. But everything that's indirect here, only to make to light a room. This is all LED here.
Okay. Very good.
I'll let you go. I send you a message, Dr. Shealy. You're
Hey.
sounding great, better than a year ago. You're doing really, really great.
Thanks, Miles. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you. Bye.
Miles, senior USAPreparedness.com instructor from Europe. Thanks so much, Miles. Dr. Shealy and I'll be right back right after top of the hour news and commercial announcements. And I got some information about a Philips Sonicare toothbrush. I used a tri-field meter right next to it this morning. I'll tell you what the results are. And I'd also like to talk about foods for a balanced diet. Dr. Shealy and I'll be right back.
Did you know that drinking pure, high alkaline water is one of the most important factors in maintaining high energy and vibrant health? Most experts agree that the water you drink should be at a pH level of 8 or higher. AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops, available only at alkavision.com, combine a unique formula of only the most alkaline minerals. AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops alkalize your water, ridding the body of harmful toxins, and helps you regain health and energy. Alkalizing your water by simply adding 10 drops of AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops helps the body rid itself of acidic waste, increases oxygen content, and raises the pH of your body to healthy levels. And bacteria and viruses cannot survive in an alkaline high pH environment. Order your bottle of AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops for only $29.95 at alkavision.com. That's ALKAvision.com. Or call 269-409-1776. 269-409-1776. Alkalize your body. Supercharge your health at alkavision.com today.
The Genesis Communications Network is one of America's premier broadcasters of captivating talk radio. We thank you for listening. Now, just imagine, there are thousands of people who are just as passionate about radio as you are. But what you may not realize is how easy and affordable it is to advertise with us. Radio commercials for your business could be heard on hundreds of radio stations across the U.S. every day. We can help you by creating an effective radio advertising campaign for your company. From script writing to producing your commercial, just like the one you're listening to right now. No other network provides the level of customer service we do. When it comes to radio advertising, we are your one-stop shop. And no matter how big or small your business is, we can help. Email us at advertise@gcnlive.com, and an experienced advertising executive will help you take the first step towards driving more customers to your business or website. Advertise@gcnlive.com. Easy, affordable, effective. This is the Genesis Communications Network, GCN. You pick up the receiver with your heart racing and sweat dripping from your forehead. You finally muster the courage to dial the number to call into your favorite talk radio show. It rings once, twice, and then...
Hello, it's GCN. What's your name and the state you're calling from?
Surprised you got through, you squeak out.
Jason from Minnesota.
Please hold.
As you patiently wait for your turn, you begin to daydream about being a famous talk radio host and what it would be like to have your own show.
Jason from Minnesota, you're up.
Millions of loyal listeners worldwide waiting to call and talk to you.
Caller, are you there?
Cheering crowds surround you, calling out your name.
Jason! Jason!
Going once, twice. Okay, we gotta move on to the next caller.
You blew it.
Huh? Wait, no!
Interact with the host you're listening to right now, online at gcnlive.com. Click on the community link. Engage with other listeners. Ask questions. Start debates. Don't agree with the host? Let them know. Be a part of the community at gcnlive.com.
Watch the greenbacks
Everyone all set, cocked, locked, blissed. Here we go. Hour number 2 of USA Prepares with Dr. Norm Shealy. NormShealy.com. NormShealy.com. And you can sign up for the same newsletter that I get multiple times per week. NormShealy.com. No charge. And you can also use the website, NormShealy.com, for your medical research. Dr. Shealy, when I was growing up, I remember the family picnics that we don't have anymore, back in the 1950s and the 1960s. And I remember hearing things like, don't eat so much sugar, you'll get diabetes. Don't eat sugar. It can cause diabetes. And there's a post on our website that says that one soda per day, eliminating one soda per day, one fizzy drink, one can of pop per day can reduce the risk of diabetes about 25%. What are your thoughts on that medically?
Oh, no question about it. The average American consumes the equality of 4 or more cans of pop a day. 42 teaspoons. And there are people who drink
So
2 liters a day.
Wow. Well, I think that, at least it appears to me, that foods are becoming sweeter and sweeter and sweeter with the addition of corn syrup, sugar, and other sweet-tasting compositions, chemicals, to make us want to buy them more. I'm talking about ketchup. I'm talking about cereal. I'm talking about pretty much everything you can think of is getting sweeter. And why is that? Does it need to be?
Addicting.
Is it?
The food mafia is as evil as the pharmaco mafia. All of your big food companies are pure evil because they want you addicted to their junk.
And since you've said that, Dr. Shealy, I've been thinking about, these parasites who are in office. Why is it? How is it possible that they have prevented us from knowing what's in our food? They have kept the labeling of genetically modified ingredients from us knowing about that. How is it possible that we've allowed that they've been able to allow us to be deceived for so long?
Because we have been brainwashed by the media. The media is controlled by big business, period, in report. So you don't get any truth anywhere.
It's a really good point. So if Dr. Shealy, as you look at the decline in health, I see it pretty much everywhere I look. I don't see very many people who look better than they did a couple of years ago. I really don't. Seeing someone that you haven't seen in a long time and saying truthfully, "Wow, you look great," it's pretty rare. That's pretty rare if you're speaking the truth. And I think it's because of the toxins in our food, the toxins in our air, the electromagnetic radiation, the toxins in our water. We're surrounded 360 degrees by toxins. And, I object to not knowing what's in a product. I really do. Let me give you an example. I was in Springfield on Monday for the meetup. And before the meetup, I decided that I would go to a place called Harbor Freight. And it's like a Chinese factory outlet for tools. And they had blankets on sale, these moving blankets. And I thought, you know what? Our dogs would probably appreciate lying on something a little softer than concrete. And we could, put these blankets down. But then when I got them home, I'm wondering, would that be injurious to their health, lying down on these blankets that are made with plastic compounds and petrochemical compounds? And actually, I don't even know what's in these blankets. I can read the label, but do I trust it? I don't know. So, and then I'm thinking about our clothing, like polyester and nylon in clothing. How healthy can that be? Are we at risk of wearing polyester and nylon and those petrochemical type products, Dr. Shealy, in our clothing?
There is evidence for that, and it's been around for over 30 years.
Yeah.
It's relatively minor compared to all the other poison, but it's still poison.
From a wearability perspective, just from, comfort, if you will, I kind of like the undershirts or the t-shirts that have, that are partially polyester, like mostly cotton, but have some polyester in them, just from a wearability standpoint. Because what happens is they don't seem to get really short and really wide. They hold their shape washing after washing after washing, whereas pure cotton seems to get wider. I mean, pretty soon, if you have just a 100% cotton t-shirt, you could put 2 or 3 of me in one of them because they seem to, expand outward rather than, long ways. So that's why I like the polyester blend. But now I'm wondering about that. Is that making us sick? And what about the dye in blue jeans? And what about the insecticide that's put in clothing before we buy it so that bugs don't eat the clothing, moths and so forth, don't eat the clothing while it's en route from the manufacturer through transportation and the delivery system at the store and then ultimately to us. I mean, there's insecticides on clothing.
Yep, it's all true. It is part of the worldwide poison.
I was talking with Mrs. Finelli about washing clothes in the clothes washer that we have. We have a Whirlpool clothes washer, and we've had clothes washers for as long as we've been married. I mean, it's just something we've had, and I think most people are in the same position. They've had them too. Well, I suggested to her that we use less detergent. I mean, even less than we've been using, and we use very little to begin with. But I also suggested that she double rinse all of the clothes to get the what would you call it, detergent that we use for clothes washing. Get an extra rinse to make sure that there's less of that remaining on the clothing that contacts our body. What do you think about that, Dr. Shealy? Is that just a frivolous practice, or
detergents are estrogen. They actually increase the production of estrogen, so they are mailing down, if you will, men especially, and possibly increasing, well, not possibly, unequivocally adding to the increased risk of breast cancer in women.
Mm-hmm. So do you think it's worth doing or not worth doing, just running a second rinse cycle on I think automatic electric washing?
Probably worth it. Of course, in the old days, remember that clothes were washed with lye soap, real soap. I'm not sure you could even buy liquid lye soap today.
Yeah. Well, that's something I want to look at because I have a pile of ash in the backyard. That was another thing I want to talk with you about. I have this pile of ash, and we are going to, right after the broadcast, rototill our raised bed garden. And so I have some, I'm going to stop at the farm supply place and pick up some ground garden lime, white lime, and rototill that in. And we've got some peat moss that we are going to rototill into this topsoil that we've put in our raised bed garden. And I've got some wood ashes, and I'd like to rototill them in. What are your thoughts on wood ashes from trees? I mean, it's not like this is pressure treated lumber that we burned in the wood, the wood stove. It's not like that at all. It's just wood, local wood from limbs that have fallen here on the farm. So we don't think that it's been treated with anything that we'd be concerned about.
Potash, of course, is potassium. And it is one of the most essential, for plant growth.
Okay. So you're an advocate of rototilling some of that into the garden?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I like potash. I mean, it's an essential. It's the only thing I really add to my garden other than compost.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Dr. Shealy, many, many years ago, I was listening to Art Bell, and that's a couple decades ago, overnight, and he used the term the quickening. And what he meant by that was things are speeding up at an increasing rate, speeding up at a rate that's increasing faster and faster and faster. And I mentioned this to the meetup group on Monday, and I asked them if they're becoming anxious about things more than ever before. And they indicated that absolutely they are. And it was unanimous. Everyone at the meetup group, and we had a pretty large crowd at the meetup last Monday. I was kind of surprised at how many people were there. And they are concerned that things are happening at a rate that is really getting hard to even understand how many things are happening all around us. These threats are just nonstop. And I'm wondering if that has happened before in history, where we get overloaded mentally and a lot of people just say, you know what, I don't want to think about it, and they walk away. And there are very few that are left to actually think about what is really happening, because I'm hearing stories of people raising their hands up in the surrender position saying, I don't want to think about it. I just don't want to think about it. Let's talk about something else. Are you seeing that? Are you feeling that in, those who are around you, that they're experiencing the quickening as well, or is it just our little meetup group?
I think it's common.
Yeah. Dr. Shealy and I will be right back. I've got I want to get to the electric toothbrush and the electromagnetic radiation that I measured. Unbelievable. We'll be right back. How many of you want to learn how to dig up bugs, worms, and raise crickets for food? Do you prefer to eat them dried and crunchy or while still alive? Well, you won't have to if you can defend your food supply from predators. You may want to get an AR-15 kit from guns80.com and build your own AR-15 rifle from a kit. If you can legally own a rifle, you can purchase this AR-15 kit. If you're handy, you can complete the rifle in about an hour. The kit comes with all the parts you're going to need to build your rifle, but you'll need a drill press. And survivalists need one anyway. The Guns80.com team purchased the same used floor-standing drill press that I have for $100. You can too. And when you're finished, you'll have a paperwork-free AR-15 rifle, a drill press, drill bits, and the knowledge to maintain your AR-15 rifle, all for less than you expect. So if you want a paperwork-free AR-15 parts kit like mine, visit Guns80.com, Guns80.com, and let the unprepared have our share of the bugs.
Have you ever felt like the United States government knows way too much about your financial affairs? I continue to hear stories about property seizures, frozen bank accounts, confiscation of stocks and bonds. It makes me wonder if the U.S. citizen will ever again have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Unfortunately, with the Drug and Money Laundering Act, the IRS Revenue Ruling 6045 of 1984, and the Trading with the Enemy Act and Franklin D. Roosevelt's Executive Order of 1933, some precious metal holdings are subject to government intervention. For this reason, Midas Resources has prepared a report explaining the boundaries of trading precious metals privately. Whether if you have any intention of trading with Midas Resources or not, I have instructed my representatives to give this report out free. Call for your free copy at 1-800-686-2237. When investing, always proceed with caution. Again, call 1-800-686-2237. Exercise your legal right to trade metals privately. 1-800-686-2237.
Hi, my name is DeRay, suffering from migraines, having Botox injections in my head and neck to alleviate pain, costing $1,500 out of my pocket. I discovered Dr. Ortman and Gentle Touch chiropractic adjustment called Nuka. I'm migraine-free since my first adjustment. Thanks for giving me my life back, Dr. Ortman. I wish they prescribed you instead of Botox.
Thanks, DeRay. Putting the bones back in place is only half of the solution. We design a nutritional supplement program the body can handle, actually absorb, providing nutrients, targeting the problem area. Between Nuka and nutrition, we will have you on the road to a faster and more permanent recovery. Look us up on the web at drortman.com or call 952-303-9124. Let us help you feel better faster. Wellspring Spinal Care at 952-303-9124. Again, that's 952-303-9124. Or on the web at drortman.com.
Can Heart and Body Extract help with other ailments besides heart conditions, high blood pressure, clogged arteries, or unbalanced cholesterol? It did for Karen.
I've been using Heart and Body Extract for approximately 2 weeks. I've had an earwax buildup problem for many years, with over-the-counter stuff not working at all. I had very poor hearing due to this earwax buildup. Well, after 2 weeks of taking Heart and Body Extract, my earwax buildup almost completely cleared up. Could this be the effect of better body circulation?
Heart and Body Extract is an effective 100% organic nutritional supplement specially formulated to allow your body to heal itself.
My hearing is almost completely back to normal. I'm amazed.
Order by calling 866-295-5305 or online at hbextract.com. That's 866-295-5305 or hbextract.com. Heart and Body Extract for long and healthy life.
Dr. Norman Shealy's with us, and Dr. Shealy, we have CJ from Missouri on the air with us. Welcome, CJ.
Thank you, sir. You were talking about how do you know which food is good for you and which is bad. I'm sure Dr. Shealy knows all about kinesiology. I've done it for 25 years. And when I go to buy food or supplements, I hold whatever it is to my navel, stand still, and then if I go forward, it's good. If I go fast forward, it's even better. If I go backward, it's bad. I don't know what it means if you go sideward. You just have to let your body kind of go with the flow. Your body, my first holistic vet in Box Springs, Texas, Dr. Norman Rawles, told me this many, many years ago. Your body cannot lie. It'll tell you exactly what it needs and what it does not need. And regarding a supplement, you can say, should I have one a day? Should I have 2 a day? Should I have 4 a day? And the faster forward you go, the better it is for you. And, it will tell you, yes, I need this. No, I do not need this. And so that is a way to get around this GMO poison from Monsanto, as I call it, because that's exactly what it is. They should be banned from planet Earth, literally. But kinesiology, you can test what food you're buying, but do it with sneakers on or rubber sole shoes, because you don't want to fall, but it absolutely works, and your body will tell you exactly what it needs. And there's another way that you can do it with another person. You hold it to your navel and then put your strong arm out, and the person says, resist. And then they gently push down on your arm. The stronger your arm is, the better it is for you. And again, you can say, should I have 1, 2, 4, whatever, or with food. But that's the way I get around this poison that they're throwing at us and all these foods, etc. But it absolutely works. The body cannot lie. And I just wanted to share that with you and Dr. Shealy and your listeners.
Well, you're absolutely right.
Dr. Shealy, kinesiology?
John Diamond is the one who introduced that concept of your body doesn't lie. It is called kinesiology, and there are many different ways to do kinesiology. I kind of like one called radionics, where you actually you can use let's say I use my long finger and just rub it back and forth on a smooth surface, and as long as it moves, it's not there, and if it sticks, then that's the right answer. And that's, everybody has...
Dr. Shealy, could you say that again, please? So what I did was I just moved my tip of my finger across the blotter on my desk.
Okay.
Now,
you just ask a question. You ask a question, is this good or bad or whatever? Anything that has a yes-no answer. And as long as it's moving, it is no, and when it sticks, that's yes. And, the more you practice, the better you get at being accurate in doing it.
Okay. So move your finger lightly across the surface. If it sticks, it's yes. It's okay. It's good. And if it does not stick, it's bad. Is that right?
Exactly.
Okay. CJ, your thoughts?
That's wonderful. Whatever way of doing kinesiology, whatever works for you, that is fine. And I'm a very firm believer in that.
CJ, so let's say I'm in the supermarket and I see some bananas. What do I do?
Well, just hold the bananas to your navel, stand still, and sometimes if people around you see what you're doing, oh, are you okay? No, I'm fine. No worries. And then if you go forward, it's good. If you go faster forward, they're even better. I buy things that I go the fastest forward for.
Okay, so CJ, if you were in, let's say a home improvement store, and you walked up to the insecticide aisle and you found some rat poison, would you say that you would feel a strong backward motion if you put that to your navel, the package of rat poison?
Absolutely. Very, very strongly backward.
You might even fall over.
Okay. What would happen if you went to the frozen food section and you found some Freezy Pops that were in these plastic tubes that are red and blue and orange and green in color with all these green dyes? Can you hold with us to the other side of this break? By now you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
The Genesis Communications Network is one of America's premier broadcasters of captivating talk radio. We thank you for listening. Now, just imagine, there are thousands of people who are just as passionate about radio as you are. But what you may not realize is how easy and affordable it is to advertise with us. Radio commercials for your business could be heard on hundreds of radio stations across the U.S. every day. We can help you by creating an effective radio advertising campaign for your company. From script writing to producing your commercial, just like the one you're listening to right now. No other network provides the level of customer service we do. When it comes to radio advertising, we are your one-stop shop. And no matter how big or small your business is, we can help. Email us at advertise@gcnlive.com, and an experienced advertising executive will help you take the first step towards driving more customers to your business or website. Advertise@gcnlive.com. Easy, affordable, effective.
If you constantly feel run down and tired, your pH level might be low and your body could be full of toxins. If what you drink is not at a pH level of 8 or higher, you are inviting bacteria and acid to thrive in your body. But there is something you can do. Simply add 10 drops of AlkaVision Plasma pH drops to your water to help your body rid itself of acidic waste, increase oxygen, and raise your pH balance to optimum levels. AlkaVision Plasma pH drops combine a unique formula of the most alkaline minerals in the world, alkalizing the water you drink, ridding your body of acidic waste and toxins, and helping you regain energy and vibrant health. And studies show viruses, bacteria, and toxins cannot survive in an alkaline, high pH environment. Order your bottle of AlkaVision Plasma pH drops at alkavision.com. That's ALKA vision.com. Or call 269-409-1776. 269-409-1776. Alkalize your body. Supercharge your health at alkavision.com today.
We all know that Berkey Water Purification Systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 6 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey Water Filtration Systems. The Berkey Light Systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light System today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $231, and the Berkey Guy will ship your order free of charge. With the purchase of a Berkey Light, the Berkey Guy is also offering a set of fluoride and arsenic filters for only $39.99. That's over 30% off the retail price. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at goberkey.com. That's goberkey.com today.
You pick up the receiver. With your heart racing and sweat dripping from your forehead, you finally muster the courage to dial the number to call into your favorite talk radio show. It rings once, twice, and then
Hello, it's GCN. What's your name and the state you're calling from?
Surprised you got through, you squeak out.
Jason from Minnesota.
Please hold.
As you patiently wait for your turn, you begin to daydream about being a famous talk radio host and what it would be like to have your own show.
Jason from Minnesota, you're up.
Millions of loyal listeners worldwide waiting to call and talk to you.
Caller, are you there?
Cheering crowds surround you, calling out your name.
Going once, twice. Okay, we gotta move on to the next caller.
You blew it.
Huh? Wait, no!
Interact with the host you're listening to right now, online at GCNlive.com. Click on the community link. Engage with other listeners. Ask questions. Start debates. Don't agree with the host? Let them know. Be a part of the community at GCNlive.com.
Dr. Shealy's with us, and CJ from Missouri's with us, and we're talking about kinesiology. CJ, I want to make sure I understand. So you just take something that you think you want to know if it's good or bad for you, put it near your navel, and if you go forward, it's good. If you go backward, it's bad. But if you go forward, the faster you go forward, the better it is?
That's right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, during the break, I got some products and I put them near my navel, and I had no reaction now. So maybe I'm not doing it, according to your recommendation. I took some mouthwash, which I didn't think was good for anybody, and I didn't move. I turned on the electric toothbrush, which I don't think is good for anybody, and right near my navel, and I didn't move. I went right near Dr. Shealy's magnesium lotion, which I think is good for me, and I didn't move. And what else did I do? Vitamin E. I didn't move. So I had no movement whatsoever on any of these things, which I had the bias that they were either good or bad for me to begin with. How do you react to that?
I will tell you. Sometimes it takes a little bit of doing, Vinny, to do this. You have to completely relax your body and then let your body go with the flow. When you initially start...
Yeah.
When you
that could be the problem because I was in a hurry. It was during the commercial break.
You initially
CJ, where are you located in Missouri?
In the St. Louis area.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, if you're close to Springfield, it'd be great if you came to the meetup and taught us about this. So if you're ever in the Springfield area, let me know.
I will. Okay. Absolutely. Okay. I've been to 7
Dr.
of your
Shealy,
7.
Yeah. You've been to 7?
7.
Well, you're a 7er, and there are very few 7ers. I mean, we have little labels for, 5ers, 6ers, and 7ers. Yeah, that's great. I'm so glad that you made it. So if you're in the Springfield area, or if you come in, Monday, Dr. Shealy will be at the meetup on Monday. Dr. Shealy, your thoughts on what CJ was saying?
Well, again, with all this is a function of intuition. In other words, whether your body responds or not, you have to be in that detached state, non-judgmental, non-eager to get an answer, just allow. Okay. And you can't do that in a hurry. And it does take practice.
I was in a hurry. Okay. I'll do it after the broadcast. Maybe in the evening when things quiet down and the phone stops ringing, I'll do it then.
And
CJ,
after you put on a drop or two of Bliss, because Air Bliss, that will enhance your intuition.
There you go. I will do that. I'll do that, and we can report on that at the meetup and next time we're on the air, which would be following Wednesday. CJ, anything else?
No, I just wanted to touch base and mention that to you. I've been doing it for at least 25 years, and I'm a strong, firm believer in it, and it absolutely works. And I will not ingest anything that I don't test very strongly and positive for.
CJ, let me before you go. It just occurred to me. Rick Miller, Dr. Richard Allen Miller, we all know him. Talks about thinking with your gut. So the question now is this thinking with your gut because you're putting the product next to your navel? Is that part of this?
I don't honestly know, but you just have to totally relax your body and perhaps just thinking with your gut. I mean, I don't know. I do not know what it means if you go sideways. at all. I don't know what that means.
All right. I believe Mrs. Finelli has great intuition. I really do. And I think she has outstanding discernment of things. And I have seen her, and this, boy, she's probably listening now. She probably will not appreciate me saying this. But anyway, here it goes. I have seen her, meet someone for the first time and back up. Okay?
Yes. She has discernment from within.
And she's always been right when she backs up. Now, is that part of this, CJ? Is that?
I would say yes.
Dr. Shealy?
Yeah, absolutely. All part of the whole.
Huh. Okay. Well, okay. And I'll talk to her about this after the broadcast. I'm fascinated by what you both are saying because this is new to me. So, CJ, thanks so much for being with us today.
Thank you, Vinny. God bless you. Be safe. And God save America.
Yeah, it's going to take God to save America.
Yes, it is. God bless you all and be safe. Say hi to Sandy.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye for now.
Kyle from Montana, you're on with Dr. Norman Shealy and me. Welcome.
Hey, good morning, Vince and Dr. Shealy.
Hey, how are you?
I am doing well. I just got a comment real quick and then a question for Dr. Shealy. I was reading something the other day, Vince, that I thought was interesting. They say that science says now that, as you were talking about your wife and her initial response to people, but I was reading something that said that you get your first impression from people in 100 milliseconds.
Mm-hmm.
That's how fast your intuition will kick in as far as when you first meet them. Your first impression is made in 100 milliseconds. But I thought that was
I absolutely I believe that. And I also believe that when you're on a job interview, the decision is made whether to hire you instantly. So let's say you're walking into the room where you're going to be interviewed. The decision is made before you even sit down, very, very, very quickly. Maybe it is 100 milliseconds. And the rest of the interview is confirming your initial reaction. That's what I believe. Dr. Shealy, do you think that's true?
No, absolutely. There's even a study using the iris of the eye, which is very, very sensitive to emotions. And whether it dilates or constricts, etc., can be, if you're taking a quickie photograph of it, can tell you what your body is saying without your mind understanding it.
Mm-hmm.
Vince,
Kyle, you had a question for?
Yeah, I do. I've been meaning to call in, but man, I've been busy. Dr. Shealy, I've always heard when I was a kid and growing up and everything that you eat like a king in the morning, and that you eat like the middle class at noon, and that you eat like a pauper at supper. And I'm wondering, I was listening to Joyce Riley the other day, and she was saying how that she went to this ranch to help her get better with the cancer that's going on. And even though they were eating nothing but vegetables, no meat, no anything during the day, they didn't even eat supper. And I'm just curious what your I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but I really want to hear your input on eating extremely small amounts or eating nothing for supper.
I agree. It should be not a heavy meal. That at the very least, it should be a light meal, and it should be a minimum of 3 hours before you go to bed.
Okay, and when you say a light meal, would you say that is like a small salad, or what would you say?
Well, I'm not so sure. It depends on the individual, because there's nothing wrong with having some protein with it. It's just you don't eat an 8-ounce steak. A 2 or 3 ounce would be adequate.
Mm-hmm.
You don't eat a lot of carbohydrates anytime, really. The worst meal you can have is all carbohydrate.
Okay.
Dr. Shealy, as you're saying this, I'm thinking of a couple of things. Number one, when we get up, some people don't have breakfast at all. Other people, let's say they're traveling on business and they're staying at a hotel. They may have built-in breakfast, which will be sausage and bacon and eggs and waffles with high fructose corn syrup and cereal. They'll have that kind of a meal, which probably used to be a breakfast back in the 1960s, 1970s for many Americans. Now, for example, I only have a bowl of cereal, a bowl of oatmeal with raisins. I mean, that would be my breakfast with some coffee before I go on the air and vitamins and supplements. Is that enough? And then having a medium-sized lunch, but I've been doing the opposite. I actually have the biggest meal of my day is at dinner. So I'm doing it wrong, right?
Most people do it wrong. Most people do it that way. Actually, for instance, I love oatmeal and I love yellow grits, not white ones. But I never eat them with sugar. I wouldn't put raisins in them myself. I add a couple of eggs and often some extra sharp cheddar cheese. So very high protein. The best meal in the day should be high protein. Now, most of the time, I actually have 22 grams of quality protein, either as whey protein isolate or Greek yogurt, which is one of the best single sources of excellent protein.
Kyle?
Well, I think that's incredible. I like Dr. Shealy's thinking on everything. One of these days, Vince, I'll call you off air, and let you know how everything's going. But anyway, that's all the only questions I had. I was raised in the South, and of course, your biggest meal of the day, and for me, what's habit is I don't eat anything all day long until supper time, and then usually we'll have a big supper. But I've been thinking about this more and more lately to change that around. It's very difficult to do because it's so inherent in our culture, to have a big dinner or a big supper. I mean, and so I'm just thinking in terms of weight loss and my strength in the morning and everything else. I'm just wondering, I was just thinking, I've been wondering about this for quite a while, and I'm getting to the point where I need to change something.
The time has come, the walrus said.
All right. You have a great day, Vince. I'll see you later.
You too, Kyle. Thanks so much. Dr. Shealy and I'll be right back. And I will get to this tri-field meter and the toothbrush. By now, you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration system and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPREPARES.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
For over 5 years, you've been hearing about the Berkey guy, so you may know a few things about him. For example, you are well aware of the superior quality and effectiveness of Berkey water filters and accessories. But did you know the Berkeys have had independent lab tests done to prove just how effective they are? It's true, and he can email you the test results. Just visit goberkey.com. You may also know that the Berkey guy has helped tens of thousands of people get better prepared. Now here's something you may not know. GoBerkey.com has amazing specials and deals all the time on a wide variety of survival and preparedness products, most ready to ship same day. Visit The Berkey Guy at GoBerkey.com and be sure to click the red Products on Sale Now button. You can always call toll-free 877-886-3653. Again, that's 877-886-3653. GoBerkey.com, home of The Berkey Guy. Heart and Body Extract continues to receive positive testimonials from people who have experienced amazing results, like Reed.
I just wanted to send you a quick but a very big thank you for Heart and Body Extract. I've been on the formula for nearly a month now, and the improvement in the circulation of my legs has been simply amazing.
Reed was facing a tough choice.
I was facing surgery due to the severity of the 100% blocked arteries in both my legs. And my decision, waiting for surgery, to say no and try Heart and Body Extract instead, has been thankfully the right decision.
And the result?
I can now walk up steps without noticeable pain.
Order Heart and Body Extract at 866-295-5305, 866-295-5305, or hbextract.com. Heart and Body Extract for a long and healthy life.
Did you know that drinking pure, high alkaline water is one of the most important factors in maintaining high energy and vibrant health? Most experts agree that the water you drink should be at a pH level of 8 or higher. AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops, available only at alkavision.com, combine a unique formula of only the most alkaline minerals. AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops alkalize your water, ridding the body of harmful toxins, and helps you regain health and energy. Alkalizing your water by simply adding 10 drops of AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops helps the body rid itself of acidic waste, increases oxygen content, and raises the pH of your body to healthy levels. And bacteria and viruses cannot survive in an alkaline high pH environment. Order your bottle of AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops for only $29.95 at alkavision.com. That's ALKAvision.com. Or call 269-409-1776. 269-409-1776. Alkalize your body. Supercharge your health at alkavision.com today.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for $35,000. You heard right, that's 5,000 square feet for $35,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100-foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. Lock in your price now. Call 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
Dr. Norm Shealy is with us, normshealy.com. So, Dr. Shealy, this morning I was thinking, I've got this Philips Sonicare electric toothbrush, and it is a cordless toothbrush, and it sweeps the teeth 31,000 brush strokes per minute. Okay? And so this thing has a high-pitched buzz to it, and I thought, I wonder what the electromagnetic radiation of this thing is. So I took the tri-field meter, the same one that you have, the Model 100XE tri-field meter, and I set it to the magnetic scale, 0 to 100 milligauss, and it pegged the needle at over 100 at a foot away, Dr. Shealy.
Oh, yeah.
At 1 foot, over 100 milligauss. So I couldn't believe it. I was absolutely shocked that, I expected it to be pretty high next to it, but at a foot away, it was still 100 milligauss or more. Now I'm thinking, in order to brush my teeth with this thing, I have to actually hold this. So my hand is completely surrounding this toothbrush. And I'm wondering if this electromagnetic radiation could be damaging my hand.
Well, it's going to damage your brain and the nerves more than it's going to damage the hand. But, yeah, And that's right. That's right, because I've got this thing right next to my brain, right through my mouth into the brain. I would not use it. I don't use one. Just like an electric razor, they're both toxic. Okay.
Well, that's great. Oh man. Well, the next thing is, okay, so we go to the Armstrong toothbrush, right? Which is just the manual toothbrush. And next thing we need to do is experiment a little bit with diatomaceous earth, maybe, and a little bit of baking soda and salt. And you like to put, I believe, eucalyptus oil in there too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I wonder if diatomaceous earth will remove whatever's on our teeth that we don't want to have there. So, all right. So here we go back to the Armstrong toothbrush of 100 years ago. Yeah. Wow. Dr. Shealy, I was shocked at the amount of electromagnetic radiation from the electric toothbrush. And, I was really, really shocked at a foot away. So what else do we need to be concerned with that we might, in terms of electric type devices? Obviously the cell phone, we got rid of that already. We use a corded telephone here at the farm. So for those of you who would like to call us, forget the cell phone number. You're just going to say that number has been disconnected. If you'd like to call us, you have to call us on the landline. What else are you concerned with, Dr. Shealy?
Well, the biggest thing is your bedroom. You want to be certain that there's no electrical gadget, preferably within 8 feet of your head. So no light, no radio, no clock. Again, in my bedroom, the clock has a red light that it should be red, not any other color, and it's up on a shelf on the opposite side of the room near the ceiling. So it's got to be 20 feet or more away from my head, and that's very good. You don't want anything near your head because it can seriously interfere with quality sleep.
Dr. Shealy, I was thinking about these kinds of devices at the meetup, and I was talking to Randy. He's our electrician. That's what he does for a living. And he was telling me about some of the electric cars. And when you go to brake one of these electric cars, they take the kinetic energy, the forward movement, and they engage the generator to charge the batteries on these electric cars. So they conserve that motion and save it as electricity. But that's when the electromagnetic radiation gets ramped up, because you're now engaging the generator, which is blasting the occupants in the cab of the electric car with electromagnetic radiation. But I'll tell you what, we're surrounded. It's going to be really, really tough going forward. Dr. Shealy, thanks so much for being with us, and you're going to be with us on Monday at Jimmy's Egg, and we're going to be doing the diatomaceous earth study. And we'll provide the diatomaceous earth. So if you're interested, Dr. Shealy will have the protocol. You'll have to follow it, and we'll see you on Monday at Jimmy's Egg. Above all, honesty and integrity. What happens next is up to you. Thanks so much, Dr. Shealy.
The Genesis Communications Network is one of America's premier broadcasters of captivating talk radio. We thank you for listening. Now, just imagine, there are thousands of people who are just as passionate about radio as you are. But what you may not realize is how easy and affordable it is to advertise with us. Radio commercials for your business could be heard on hundreds of radio stations across the U.S. every day. We can help you by creating an effective radio advertising campaign for your company. From script writing to producing your commercial, just like the one you're listening to right now. No other network provides the level of customer service we do. When it comes to radio advertising, we are your one-stop shop. And no matter how big or small your business is, we can help. Email us at advertise@gcnlive.com, and an experienced advertising executive will help you take the first step towards driving more customers to your business or website. Advertise@gcnlive.com. Easy, affordable, effective.
If the IRS has garnished your paycheck or seized money from your bank account, you need to get professional tax help now. Fast action is required to put a halt to these aggressive IRS collection tactics. You can count on the knowledgeable team of tax professionals at Wall & Associates. With over 30 years of experience, Wall & Associates has settled the tax problems of thousands of taxpayers for a small fraction of what they owed. For a free face-to-face consultation, call 1-800-425-4610 to put a wall between you and the IRS. 1-800-425-4610 or look for us on the web at wallandassociates.net. We solve tax problems. If you hire Wall & Associates today, you'll never have to talk to the IRS again. To stop the levies and seizures today, take action now. Call Wall & Associates at 1-800-425-4610. Wall & Associates. 1-800-425-4610. Based on actual cases, results may vary, not a solicitation for legal service.
Today.